I guess I'll introduce myself. My name is Joe. Live in Minnesota. I live in St. Paul. Originally from New York. Lived out in Portland for 3.5 years. And now I'm here. So kind of been everywhere.
I got you.
Yeah. How about you?
My name is Lewis, legal name Lewis. I go by Skip. Everybody knows me as Skip. I'm here in Illinois, Jacksonville, Illinois right now. I was born in Greenville, Illinois.
Sweet.
It's not too much around here, man. That's why a lot of my pictures are somewhere else, man. I try and travel as much as I can. Anytime I get time off, try and take.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm from like upstate New York, so Rochester area. So there's very little out there as well. So right. Had to get out of there.
This is the country area I'm in, man. It's not too much around here, but cornfields and whatnot.
Yep, I feel you.
You have a prison though, you know.
There you go. I was actually just in Chicago for my first time about a week ago.
I think I've seen some of the photos.
Yeah. It was awesome, man. I loved it. I fell in love immediately. I went to like a Dark Knight event and I was geeking out hardcore. That's
right. I did see the event. Wasn't it? It was a showing of, they showed the movie there.
Yeah.
Was it you were in the spot where the Joker first seen the girl in the movie, right?
Yeah, totally. Yep. 100%.
Yeah, I noticed that. Yeah, I seen that. That was nice,
awesome, man. It was cool. It was a good time. And I spent one of the days I was there. I was there downtown like 10 hours, just like walking around by myself, just going to locations. It was awesome, man. It was so fun.
Yeah, I've only hit some of the main ones out there. I did the parking garage, so of course you got to stand in the same spot and then get the shot from down whenever he jumped and landed on the van.
Yeah.
So you have to get that shot, and I did the ones in the street where Batman was racing towards him and crashed.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I did those shots as well, but that's it. Like I didn't do the where the guy was the guy was hanging there. I mean, there's so many different shots out there you could get, but I mean, it takes like either watching the movie or getting some stills off the internet or whatever.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, you almost have to watch the movie and basically take the picture yourself to get the shots that other people don't have. You almost have to go that route.
Oh, for sure. And I watched the Dark Knight Rises the other day, just because I was watching them all. And I was like, oh wait, I was there, but I didn't realize, I wasn't there for the Dark Knight Rises, only for the Dark Knight. And I was like, oh, and I have to go back and do the same things. But
that's happened to me. I've been a few places and didn't realize that it was an actual movie or hell, even a music video.
Sure.
I ran across those, but we do something else that we actually stumbled upon this and just started doing it just because we were in the area of some of the just Chicago. You got the Ferris Bueller and Dark Knight out there, so it's some big movies out there. But what we were doing first was abandoned buildings.
Oh, sweet. Okay.
Yeah, ironically, we've been in a part where I want to say one of the Winter Storm movies for Marvel took place out there, but it was the Black Widow character was right there and basically right by a hole, like a big square hole. Okay. Right before she basically beat I think they were Russians, but it was dark. They had to, it was dark, you know what I mean? But the place was actually well lit up. I didn't really know until we were in the city. It was in Cleveland.
Oh, okay.
I didn't really know until we were in the city. I haven't even used those pictures yet.
Sweet. Well, okay.
Not on that side anyway.
Gotcha. Well, cool. I mean, I kind of like, I guess we can start with that. Like, what kind of got you into location hunting and all that? And, you started with abandoned buildings and.
Oh, man. It was just something else to do. We like to, I actually stumbled upon the pictures on Instagram. It's funny. A few years back, I used to do side-by-sides of just people that I knew, that looked like celebrities.
Oh, that's fun. That's super cool.
So we always used to travel and it sucks. We missed out on several years of traveling because we've been to. I'm a nerd. He was a nerd.
Gotta love it.
I've been to like the last WrestleManias that actually had crowds. Mm-hmm. So we've been several places, but we just started doing this maybe in like the last year and a half or so, pretty heavy.
Okay, and, sweet. Nice.
Yeah, what got me into it is just the fact that first I started with movies that I liked, you know what I mean? And I knew where they were. And what really got us really going into it is on the way back from Philadelphia, we did a few things out there, but on the way back, I surprised my girlfriend and we stopped. We actually met some family in Atlantic City and then drove a little south beyond that. And I took her to all the dirty dancing locations.
Nice. That's awesome.
Right there in Virginia. And cool. I mean, if you've ever been out there, oh my God, the drive.
I have not. Okay.
Yeah, the drive is crazy. You're going basically up this mountain or, you know what I mean, hill, whatever it is. But I mean, the views are nice on the way up there. And she had no idea what we were doing.
So cool.
And then what you do is you come around the bend a little bit and everything looks the same. So if you watch the movie several times, you notice the stonework on the building instantly. And then of course there's that arch drive, you know what I mean?
Sure. Oh yeah, totally. Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. That's pretty much what kicked it off for us. We actually ran into a lady that was staying in Baby's cabin. And
oh, nice.
Yeah, we thought that maybe it would be, vacant or whatever, but a lady was actually standing out there and she actually had a watermelon on. Now, I'm not a big Dirty Dancing guy. I can't.
Okay, yeah, sure.
I didn't know the significance of the watermelon like my girlfriend did. And she got excited as soon as she seen the watermelon. And so we just approached these people because we just talked to them, and the lady, she was more than accommodating. She actually made my girl pose the way
cool.
in the photos.
Sure.
So that right there is what really kind of kicked that part off, is making us get into photos. Other than that, I just like to be there. Mm-hmm. So the running on that stranger, that lady that was staying in Baby's cabin, and obviously she was there for that.
Right.
That kicked us off, and we've been doing it pretty much ever since, wherever we could, really.
That's awesome. Now your girlfriend's into it as well.
Right.
Cool. That's so nice.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people I talk to, they're like, oh, I have to find an excuse to go somewhere. Cause my wife, girlfriend, or husband, no one's into it as much as they are. And I'm like, that's nice.
Yeah. As long as it's somewhere around a big city, we're probably going to go anyway, so we just like to get out. If we can do anything, if we can ever get 3 or 4 days off in a row, we're trying to leave town,
That's awesome. Now, do you have any like bucket list locations you're going to hit anytime soon, or you want to hit, or?
Oh man, a bucket list location for me, honestly, would be I'd like to get out west, and it's northwest. We were out west, but we weren't that north. Like to go up there, you basically got to be going up there for that. So I'd like to do the Stand By Me location.
Yes, amazing.
Yeah, man. It's a childhood movie for me. I'm 38 years old.
Okay, yeah.
But it's a childhood movie for me, man. And it's just something like anytime I come by it on TV, I'll stop and watch it. It doesn't matter what's going on. And it's just one of those deals for me. I'd like to go there because growing up, honestly, you almost think that everything is done on a Hollywood set,
Totally. Yeah, for sure.
You don't think that, these places can be visited or they were actual real spots. So seeing that, and of course, I've seen several videos, of course, I've followed several people on YouTube, and, it's just, I get tired of watching videos. I watch them still, but I want to go. So the Stand By Me spot is probably up there for me.
Nice. You need that personal experience. I feel that for sure. Yeah. We were lucky enough to do a couple of those when we were living out in Portland.
Really?
We didn't do the bridge, like the railroad bridge, because that was more Southern Oregon, but we did the town and a couple of the, the house shots and everything, which it was amazing. Definitely accessible. So
did you go where the tree house was? I've seen
no, we didn't go there yet. No.
Property or something.
It might be, but that's a good thing to like look into. But I would definitely love to go back at some point and do all of the rest of them. So yeah, for sure. But they were super cool. And yeah, I love the standby. When I was in Portland, we went to go see it in one of the theaters, and it was on 35 millimeter, and they showed it with the original film. It was amazing. It was so cool. Okay. Yeah, it was. I'm not. I didn't grow up with it essentially, but it was definitely a childhood movie of mine. Right. So I can relate to that for sure.
Yeah. Did you go to the spot? Is there really, I've seen it, but is it out there? Is there the penny, like where he picked up the penny? I've heard that there's an actual penny like stuck there in the street, and they did it on purpose for that part.
I've heard that exact same thing. I didn't go, but I know exactly what you're talking about. And I'm pretty sure you're right. I've heard the same thing.
I've heard it. And it's just stuff like that for me that makes it all the more, better to go there and actually be able to see that. And
100%. Yeah, I'm a big horror fan. So like I did all the Halloween locations one year in Pasadena, and I was just like being at the Myers house was like an unreal experience. Like it was just unbelievable. Like I had to like stand there and take it in for like 10 minutes, and I just it's like a feeling you can't describe. It's like, but I'm glad people, other people I've been talking to, like you as well, like you can relate to that, and it's like it's just such a great feeling that you can't really explain to other people who aren't into it the same thing you are.
Yeah.
So
I haven't seen those as much as I've seen Freddy or Jason, but the only real horror spot I went to was we did Freddy's house because it was close to not his house, but the house with the red door. Yeah. But so we did that one, but just because it was close to what was it close to? We went out and did the Hollywood Strip,
Oh yeah, sure.
Bars and whatnot, but it was only like 10 minutes away.
Yeah.
So
everything's pretty like convenient there and close.
Yeah. So that whole thing was a shock to me. The whole Hollywood deal was a shock to me because the way they show it on TV, and then you get out there and it's like, woo!
It's crazy, right? Yeah, it's unbelievable. To this day, like I work in video production. It's like to this day, it's like I still am amazed on what things look like on screen versus in real life.
They do good with keeping just right here because you may see something.
especially in Halloween, it's supposed to be in Illinois, where it's shot in Pasadena, California, so they have to hide the palm trees, and they have to make sure those aren't seen. Yeah, it's crazy. But
you would never really know because it actually looks like Illinois, like so much so that I actually thought that I could probably find some locations around here, but apparently not.
Right. Now, do you have a favorite location that you guys have been to? Or just like the experience, I guess.
So far, the movie that I probably had the most connection to, and probably seen the most, was Boyz N The Hood.
Nice, awesome.
Because there was, it's a movie for me that hit all different types of feels.
Sure.
So they had the main part closed off where Ricky got shot, but those are just famous scenes in, black.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, right.
That is like super iconic. You know what I mean? And I think we did the most Boyz N The Hood locations out there because it was just so many. And it was all fairly within this little small distance.
Sweet, yeah.
It was all like I want to say it was all within at least 15 minutes of each other.
Oh wow, that's awesome.
Yeah, and then right like a neighborhood over or so, I want to say was the Snowfall locations. The few houses from the Snowfall show on FX. and Friday was filmed right around the same location as well. So we were able to do all of those in the same day. Like, you know what I mean? Just
right.
going in a few hours. And it was just, I mean, we weren't even there just for that. So I couldn't imagine what we could have actually got done with being there solely for that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like we were just trying to, I think we were out west total for like, maybe we had like 2 weeks or so off of work. We stretched it to like 18 days being gone or so. So
gotcha. Okay.
In Vegas and, you know, Santa Fe and all types of places that we ended up in, you know, LA and then San Francisco and then made our way back home.
Oh, wow. You were everywhere.
Yeah, we were driving. We're drivers. We haven't been on a plane yet. Me and my girl have been together almost 9 years now, been hanging out.
There you go.
And we haven't got on a plane yet. We've been out to California twice. And I mean, just this past time we added more stops onto it. Mm-hmm. But the first time we drove straight through for WrestleMania 32, I want to say, somewhere around there. Okay, sweet. Yeah.
Awesome. Was that in California or Vegas?
No, that was California. I believe it was 32 or 31, maybe. I can't remember. It's, but one of those, whichever one was out there at, I believe it was Levi Stadium.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It was, yeah.
Now, was that recent? Or was that this past summer or this past year? I mean, or was that?
No. We haven't. The last one we went to 6 in a row, and the last one we went to was the one they had in New York, basically before the pandemic. Okay. So we haven't been to any events, you know, now in the pandemic,
right?
Post-pandemic, post-COVID, whatever. We haven't been to any live wrestling events since then. But yeah, it was one of those.
Well, that's awesome that you can kind of make a trip out of both of those events. You know, you can go to wrestling and then you can go to locations. Like that sounds like a dream come true, honestly, you know? Yeah. So that's super cool. But yeah, I do love that. Like when people kind of embrace the location kind of, you know, like you were saying, the Penny from Stand By Me. And, you know, when I was at one of the Halloween houses, like the woman who owned the house kind of, you know, she left a bowl of candy out with pumpkins. You could take pictures and it was awesome. And then, you know, yeah, it's cool, man. Like I love when people kind of embrace that because other people can kind of like, you know, I don't know if you watch Breaking Bad or not, but I don't know if you.
It's funny you say that because I don't.
Okay. I don't either. So
it's one of the few things that I have not watched that are huge, and I'm always late on things. I'm never watching things like whenever they're on. Or, you know what I mean? So I'm always the same way. Catching them later and binge watching them. You know, I'd much rather watch something like that. But I didn't get on that. But we were all around Breaking Bad locations and didn't even know it. Like we were within miles of Breaking Bad locations whenever we were around Arizona in that area.
Okay.
You know? And we had no idea. Like.
Gotcha. I mean, how would you, how would you know? If you don't watch it, it's probably hard to figure that out.
I mean, whenever I was looking it up, because once we get to a spot and I'm like, we don't have anything else to do, it's like, let me see if there was anything, that I liked that was filmed around here. And Breaking Bad was one of them. And it just happened to be all over. And we just didn't watch it, so we didn't go do them. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly.
So yeah. if I happen to watch the show and I'm in the area, because I did love being out west. If I'm in the area again, I will do those.
Yeah, 100%. I know I haven't seen it either. I gotta catch up on that. But it's such a commitment now at this point.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is. We try and do both. Whenever we're in a big enough city, we try and leave at least 2 days for abandoned spots if we can find them, if we got a decent list. And then we try and do, the film locations if there are some. But it's just hard, man.
Yeah. No, that's cool that you still do abandoned locations. I love that. Like I'm a huge fan of abandoned locations and I love that you guys do that. Now, how do you look for those, or do you kind of just drive around and
man. So It's super hard, bro. If you don't have a decent group around you that will share and know that you're not going there to basically
right,
blow the place up or burn,
sure.
There is a lot of sharing that goes on.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another thing I'd like to talk about is, the things that I didn't know that there was communities within
Me either.
Instagram. Yeah, I had no idea. And that's been so helpful in both now that I'm starting to talk to people, and it's like where was that at? Because I've seen some what was it, Escape from LA, I want to say, some spots that were in St. Louis, and I'm
Okay.
only an hour or so from St. Louis. And it's like I just didn't know. You know what I mean?
Right, right.
So yeah, the fact that there's communities and there's people willing to help out, that helps a bunch, and it helps us out in both sides, really.
Yeah. No, I found that this community, everyone's super friendly and super willing to like share their locations, and it's awesome. It's great. So I think everyone just wants to.
Yeah, with more so with probably with the movie locations, because they are going to be in public areas, so it's not a place you can necessarily go mess up, or it's not a place you have to basically trespass to go to. Most of the places we go to that are abandoned,
right?
Like where's the way in? You know what I mean?
Totally.
You know what I mean? It's this hole. You know what I mean?
Now, do you guys like go inside and everything as well? Like when you explore these abandoned places? Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, that's what I was saying. The places that we've been, where there's been a bonus, basically two birds with one stone type of thing. There was a music video location in St. Was for a song called Pop Lock and Drop. Pop Lock and Drop.
Sure.
And it was filmed in this school, this Cleveland high school that's abandoned now for almost like 13 or so years, I want to say. I can't necessarily remember, but it's been abandoned for quite a while. But the pool, which is now riddled with graffiti, they shot a few dance scenes in the pool there.
Oh, cool. Sweet.
And I was able to make it out. It wasn't until the rapper actually died, just sometime this past year and a half or so, that I was. They showed a clip of the video, and as soon as I seen the pool scene, like I instantly recognized it. In St. Louis, that pool is like basically a big deal, and it's one of the more known locations as far as that goes. So that was a film location there in St. Louis that just happened to be in an abandoned spot.
Wow.
And then I also mentioned the Black Widow spot in Cleveland, which is a nice. It's a nice little, like, I think it used to be a factory or some sort, but it's got a nice roof above it. They should have used that in the movie. I think I have to send you some pictures.
I would love to see them. Yeah.
But the whole deal is nice, but they just had it real dark in the movie. And the only real thing that they used is the actual hole. I don't know if you're big on Marvel films or not, but she was in a chair, and she was in a chair bound to a chair, I believe, and the men were around her, and she had the square hole behind her.
Oh, okay.
Like long walkway. You know what I mean? It was like this long walkway. It's probably about 12 feet or so wide, maybe 14 or so wide that you could walk on. But there was a square hole that she was in front of. And obviously, I think they had her leaned or something, But that was another spot, and there were several different spots around there. Once I started looking, there's a scene where I want to say Captain America was running across the roof of this building, but it was really weird because it looked like waves almost.
Oh, okay.
Like triangles, but it was right outside of that place as well. So there was
wow.
It was they had a garage, parking lot out there that was full of like cop cars that weren't being used, I believe, and I think they also used that in the movie as well. and it looks like
okay.
it's kind of a disheveled type of area. I want to say they made it seem like it was a rundown type of area as well. And those were
Gotcha.
old cars.
Huh.
I'm not big on superhero movies, but I've
Okay.
seen the clips just because I was in the area and I was like, well, what the hell else is taking around?
Totally.
So we just ran across that. And the other one is escaping me right now. I don't know. It may come to me here in a second.
Sure. No worries. Yeah, no worries. I guess that leads me to my next question though. Like what kind of movies are you into? Like what do you guys enjoy watching together or just I guess
I'm into all types of movies.
I love that. Me too.
I actually started to like just talk about movies, we'd be here all day. But
I feel
I'm into a lot whenever it comes to movies. I can't really narrow it down to one genre because I'm so all over the map. Mm-hmm. Like I do make sure that I watch every, horror movie that comes out. And I've, kind of dived into some B ones a little bit here and there.
Okay, sure.
Just because, not necessarily B movies, but movies that weren't big box office, I'll say.
Gotcha. Okay.
So little smaller films, and some of those happen to be some of the better ones. As far as concept, or you would maybe wish they had more money for the budget or something.
Right.
Some better special effects or something, but I don't really shy away from too many movie genres at all. So I can't really pick one. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel I'm the same exact way. It's so like, I don't even know why I ask people that question because I don't have an answer myself. And I'm always like, oh, like, what's your favorite, movies? And I was like, I can't even answer that. I don't know why I'm asking myself.
Right. And it's always been about movies for me. So whenever people talk about cartoons from back in the day, I almost can't relate whenever they're,
sure.
It's like, okay, I know the main parts. It's like, I know, at some point Bambi's mom got shot, but I can't recall the rest of the movie because I was too busy watching like Monster Squad or The Boy Who Could Fly or, fucking,
sure.
Rat Boy, whatever.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
Just anything off the wall. But I was watching drama stuff at an early age because I had my mom and my sister, who's my mom obviously older than me. My sister was 5 years older than me.
Okay.
But, back in the day, we only had like two TVs. One was my sister's and one was in the living room. I didn't get a TV in my room until I was like 8 or 9. But at that point, I had watched so much damn like Beverly Hills 90210 and The Color Purple and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure.
I was watching drama and stuff before I was even into cartoons really. So I never really got that cartoon take. So it's always been about movies for me, and it didn't really matter because I was never scared of Chucky or, anything like that back in the day. The few that did get me were, of course, Exorcist. I don't know why I stumbled upon that once it became on regular TV. You could, mess around and catch Exorcist on like Cinemax or Showtime, whatever it was. But that one got me,
Yeah.
Being younger, that one got me because it was like the the antagonist is almost unseen. You know what I mean?
Right.
It was the first time that I had seen something like that to that degree that it almost made it seem like it would. That was the first time that I had actually seen something on TV that I thought could be possible. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Yeah.
I was like, there's something to this.
That's a scary one too. That would be terrifying.
Yeah. So that was one for me. But other than that, I'd almost watch anything. I'm cool. All over the map when it comes to movies, man.
That's awesome. I love that. Yeah, it's for me. It's like I'm such more of a movie guy. Like I like shows, but it's harder for me to start a show and continue a show because I know, I could watch an episode. Well, at least nowadays, it's like every episode's like 40 minutes to an hour. And, there's 10 episodes. I could watch 10 movies or, 9 or 10 movies within that time. So I would rather do that,
Yeah.
But But yeah, I don't know. So do you have any like upcoming trips or travels that you guys are planning, or are you kind of on pause for a little bit?
Actually, here in a few weeks, it's more, I mean, this one was just sprung on us because we just got asked to go down and pick up something from one of my aunts down in Texas. And so we're going to be in Texas in a week and a half or so. And we're just picking up something, but we're going to be a little bit south of Dallas and Arlington. We're going to be in Mansfield is where she lives. So we're going to try and see what's in the area and see, you know, what we can do and just see what's around, really. Other than that, we don't have anything planned.
Cool.
I know she might have a conference near Cleveland. And I'm going to have to, I've been trying to scope out the Judas and the Messiah location.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
That area. And
that would be awesome.
Cleveland is also a big abandoned spot. So I've been looking for both of those. I know that movie is out there. Ironically, the last time we were there, we had dinner close to a bridge. It was like a really nice, it was a nice view from where we were eating. And then like a week later, I go and I'm scrolling on Instagram, and I forget the guy's Instagram tag, but I seen it, and it's Drew Carey. I forget the show, but it's Drew Carey and a whole group of people, and they're all posing, and it's that damn bridge in the back. I forget the show. I don't know if it was the Drew Carey show or it was some type of sitcom that he was on. I can't recall it because I didn't watch it. But I remember seeing that, and I was like, well, damn, from that angle, it's like we had to have been like at least a parking lot or two away. You know what I mean?
Right.
We were definitely on the same side. And we had to have been close, and we took a picture of us with the deal in the back, but it wasn't anything similar.
Right.
It was just one of those things where I was like, well, damn, we were right there, like literally right there. It might have been the same damn parking lot.
Probably. Well, you have to go back and get that photo then.
Right, most definitely. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna check out some things in Cleveland if she does get granted to take that trip. Things with COVID have just been picking up, and you just never know with her job, because like she works at SIU medical school here or SIUE medical school here in Springfield, Illinois, right down the street. And so she basically works right up under the people for the infectious disease.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like, I remember coming home one time, this is a little off subject, came home one time and she had like a Zoom meeting going on that, she had to basically set up for all the doctors and whatnot.
Okay.
And Dr. Fossey was on there.
No way.
Dude. Swear.
What?
The lady that she works under, her name is like Dr. Cinderation. It's like a bunch of I don't want to say it like this, but it's a bunch of Indian people that basically do the residencies there.
Oh, yeah.
And she's a big deal apparently.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah, I had no idea how big of a deal she was until she told me that, she's actually going to, DC and talking to people and stuff like that.
Whoa.
So yeah, she's a big deal.
Jeez. Well, it sounds like your girlfriend's pretty busy.
Right. Yeah, most definitely. She does a lot of work out there for those guys. That's
good for her. That's awesome.
I was all COVID out, man. It's like
I bet.
I'm knowing numbers before they're really hitting the news, and that I can't really do too much while things are still hot. And I'm like, well, Jesus, it's like I know where not to go and where the hot spots are and all types of stuff.
That's actually really nice to know, I feel like.
It had its advantages at the time, but then again, it's like sometimes you just want to be, maybe not in the know about something.
Yeah, right. I totally feel that. Yeah, like I have nurse friends and doctor friends, and I'm like, okay, tell me, enough, but don't, overbear me with information.
I don't want to leave the house. You know what I mean? Like
exactly.
But
right.
Yeah, it's just keep me alive, basically. Give me the essentials to keep me alive, and that's it.
Yep, I'm okay with that. Well, cool. I mean, I don't want to take up too much more of your time.
And, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you hopping on, though. It's been great talking to you and getting to know you more. And I can't wait to see more of your photos and abandoned photos and location photos and all that good stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Well, cool. Let's stay in touch over social, and we can do this again sometime. And that'd be great.
Definitely.
Cool.
I like this.
I like this too. This is fun.
I've always liked this type of stuff, and I wanted to do something. I don't really have too many go-getter type friends that would that would want to embark on something different, man. It's like if I say something like, "Hey, let's go to the bar," they're down. But if I say something like, let's go take pictures, or let's, and I think I have some funny ass friends, and I'm telling them, I'm like, guys, like we could do something here, and they're just more content with, not doing it, and so yeah, man, I'm down for this. Anytime you want to talk, and we both have time.
Yeah, it'll be great. Let's do it. And maybe you can, be on one of our podcasts and help review a movie with us sometime. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, for sure. You just have to let me know what it is, because like I said, I'm all over the map when it comes to movies. And
I love that. That's awesome.
100% honest. Me and my girl have actually talked about making just like some funny videos.
You should. That'd be awesome. I'd watch them.
As far as critiquing movies, because I mean, there's parts of movies where you'll be watching them with somebody and something will happen that's just too outlandish, and it'll take the movie down a few notches for you.
You know what I mean? Yes. Oh, for sure.
You always get that silent look across the room, like really.
I've been there, especially being a horror fan. I've been there too many times.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. I mean, sometimes something happens and it's just like the movie has you, and then it just takes you somewhere you're not ready to go, and you're like, damn, you know what I mean?
Like, all right, come on, yeah.
Right up until all that fake stuff started happening, like I was on board, but I just like to know if people are out there, feeling the same way about movies. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I feel that.
That's why. That's why we were talking about it. I'd like to do something.
You should do it. Yeah, it'd be awesome. It'd be great. But we'll definitely try to have you on that at some point. And you can pick a movie and we'll talk about it. Because the honesty is the best way to do it, honestly. Because some people aren't honest, and it's like, all right, what's the point of that?
Yeah, for sure.
But cool. Well, have a good weekend, and we'll be in touch.
You too, man. Most definitely. Yeah, get at me anytime. If we both have time off or whatever, a little time like this, 45 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever.
Let's shoot the shit.
Yeah. Right.
Let's do it.
I have to get my girl involved.
Dude. The more the merrier. Let's do it.
There is the UE stands for Urban Exploration Tours.
Oh, okay. That was a question I was going to ask you, but I completely forgot. Okay, cool.
That's just something we made up being funny. Urban Exploration Tours. So it's plural. It's two of us. So next time if we do get on here, I'd like to see if she'd be available. Usually she gets off work. Yeah, she gets off work about 5, but I'd like to see if she'd line up and maybe become a part of this and do something. Yeah,
for sure. I mean, we're flexible with timing and everything. So yeah, you're good.
Right. For sure. Yeah,
let's do it.
Just be in touch with me, man.
Yeah, let's do it. Thank God for Instagram, right? Instagram is so nice for that.
yeah, for sure.
Well, cool. All right, cool. We'll be in touch then.
God, most definitely, man. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Yeah, well, have a good weekend.
All right, man. You too.
All right, see ya.
Yeah.